Yesterday, Shuriken showed up at the spot that we previously made a video on how to build a wall ride and how to build a beginner ledge, and it was destroyed. Now I'm here to check it out, and it is. It's officially destroyed. Someone came, destroyed it. It made a bigger mess than what it was before. That's what's funny, is this is a bigger eyesore than when we built a skate spot. It's not the city, it's not an official, and if it was the property, I would imagine they would want to clean it up, because why would you just destroy it? Because skaters being back here? That's not what this video is all about today. This video is about skateboarding industry and how it's blossoming and how much billions of dollars the skateboard industry is making, yet the skaters are suffering. So that's what this video is about, but I just had to check in on this DIY spot that we've previously built. I can get angry. I get mad that whoever decided to personally go and take this thing out, I can be mad at them, but what's that gonna do? It's not gonna do me anything. I'm gonna be just like them, another angry person. On to the next one. Currently working on this presentation for the city to get a skate park made in Encanto neighborhood here in San Diego. And that's when I stumbled upon this PR newswire saying that skateboarding industry is gonna be at 2.4 billion by 2025. The article starts with saying the global skateboard market size is expected to reach USD 2.4 billion by 2025, according to a new report by Grandview Research Incorporated, expanding at a CAGR of 3.1% of forecast period. The industry is expected to flourish in the future due to several factors, increasing awareness regarding newer sports and inclination towards outdoor sports activities. There's a lot of really interesting things in this. They go on to point out a few of the key suggestions on the report, and I'll leave a little link to this article, both of the articles that I'm going to talk about in this video, down in the description, so you can check all this stuff out for yourself if you're interested. First session with the rails, I'm loving them. I've never done feeble slappy grinds, not feeble grinds, but never feeble slappy grinds, and I can do them now with the rails. It's kind of taught me, like, now I'm gonna take my rails off and not know how to do them. Just kidding. Yeah, point being, I have a lot of fun on the rails. We're gonna talk more about the $2.4 billion that skateboarding is gonna be making by 2025 and who's making that money. Cause like right now, board prices haven't changed. Nothing's really changed, right? Footwear maybe, but inflation in skateboarding hasn't really existed. So it's kind of what we want to dive more into, but I'm gonna go home. Then we're going to talk more about all this stuff, because I think there's a lot that we really dig into and start a conversation. I want to get your guys' feedback as well. I'm going to call some of my mentors, some of my friends. So I definitely want to point out some of the things that I found interesting with this article. We don't have to go through it all. Like I said, I'll give you guys a chance to do that on your own. But the skateboard market size is highly competitive in nature, with the main players including Element Skateboards, Crown Skateboards, Skate Factory, Skate One, Absolute Board Co. I don't know about you, but some of these aren't known names to me. Like, I know Skate One, obviously it's a distribution, but Crown and Skate Factory, I definitely have never heard of any one of these companies. So I did a little bit of digging, did a little bit of research to find out what they do, what they are, why are they the main players in the skateboard industry, yet skateboarders have no clue who they are. Skate Factory is basically like a wholesale skateboard deck provider. So if you wanted to start a small skateboard company, you go to them, you get a small batch of boards made, which is really great from a business perspective, right? Like, they're basically supplying all these small boards with the production part of that process. There's marketing, there's team, there's so much different stuff that goes into a skate brand. So you gotta wonder, yeah, they're supporting these small skate brands, but as a whole, they're not sponsoring skaters, they're not really doing anything to push the skateboard industry as a whole. The point of this conversation, this constructive dialogue, is to think about how can we create more of a skate ecosystem. The other company, what is it, Crown Skateboards? Yeah, Crown Skateboards is basically a price point company. It looks like a lot of their margin comes from Amazon. They basically sell completes on Amazon for kids, adults, everyone in different sizes, cruiser boards, street boards, all sorts of different stuff. Doesn't look like they sponsor any professional skateboarders. It doesn't look like they really advertise in the skateboard industry. It doesn't look like they're too much involved in the industry, and that's the point that I'm getting at. Now, some of the key factors that I thought were pretty interesting in the actual Grandview reports, they do give you some data, little leaks to kind of incentivize you to get the full report. They said streetboard emerged as the largest product segment, according for 50.7% share of the overall revenue in 2018. 50% of the skateboard market is in board sales. So I guess kind of like the question that I'm proposing to you and to myself is where is all that money getting allocated to? Is it just the skate factory, just the people that are
doing huge volume on Amazon, or is it the skateboard industry? And how does that marry, and where is it so disconnected, and how is it so disconnected? After digesting a lot of this information and just consuming it and just trying to figure out what I can do with it, I posted something on my Instagram stories just to see what you guys thought, and living wage for skate shops, skate communities, more events to support small skate shops. I think there's something you said about board shoe manufacturing as well. I think, what do you say? I think the sport will skyrocket after the Olympics. Yeah, the sport will skyrocket, but will the industry? Is there a way to create a business that's more like a skate shop / coffee shop, including more different things that are part of the culture? I think skatereview.com, it's a good idea. Had sales continue to decline consistently all the way to 2019. For skate shops, yes, but that's the difference in DDG, online sales, and stuff like that. Keep it ours. Skateboarders have to support core skateboarding and skateboarders to keep it. Yes, just the fact that pro skaters accept Nike checks proves it. That's a whole nother conversation. Deck prices need to be 100. Change my mind. I agree. Will skating ever come to an end? Definitely not. Need a video breaking down on this topic. I agree. Actually, a homegrown skateboard company, Nike cut their snowboarding program, but was making more money. It wasn't making enough money, so they cut it. Similar to how the Barracks have Sovereign and Bright, brands like Nike won't be called Nike. They'll have this alternative board name. The question that I'm proposing to you is, where and how does the skateboard industry get more of a grasp of this, get more of a hold of this, and how do skateboarders get more of the pie, get more of the chunk, and support themselves so that there's more longevity for skateboarding and for skateboarders?
Did you intend to FaceTime me?
Yeah.
Skate Linda Vista, even if I'm just carving around, it's a way better thing than eating. So that's what I'm up to right now.
Instead of eating a big lunch, can I go skate?
Exactly. It's like, what kind of healthy habit can I have? And it's like, skating can be way more healthy. And I don't know why I didn't think about this later.
I read an article recently. It says the skateboard market size is going to be at $2.4 billion by 2025. Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
That makes no sense. Who's buying that many boards? Because there's no margin on the boards.
That's exactly what my video is kind of about. And I was talking to my friend. He said that board prices have changed in Australia. So now board prices are around $100. But here, board prices haven't changed since I can remember. So that's why I was going to ask you, like, have board prices ever changed, like, over the course of you buying boards?
No, board prices haven't changed in the last 30 years. Same with trucks. The price of trucks are the same as well.
Yeah, I guess the only other question I'll let you get to your skate session is like, yeah, if you went to a skate shop and you saw the board prices had jumped, you know, from 65 to 100, what would your reaction be?
If that's for standalone, just like a deck, I would balk. I'd say, hey, get me a blank.
But what if the blank is $100? Do you go online?
Yes.
So then you're competing with the internet too.
I can see people going to the skate shop to hang out and then going on their phone, just like we do with Amazon, say, oh, I could get that deck for $50 from this guy on Amazon. I'm going to do it right now. Thank you. And then they don't buy anything. That guy that owns that skate shop, like picture Route 44, they got to pay the lease. They got to pay the rent. They got to pay the inventory. So it breaks the whole business model. People don't buy from them.
All right. Well, that's my dad's 2 cents on the words. And it's kind of, I think that'll be this general consensus from some of you as well, is that if board prices rise, you'll go to an alternative channel to go get those boards. But what if all those channels are the same? You know, I don't have the answers, but probably should have prepared for this and told them I was calling them to make a video so they would pick up. All right, enough missed calls. I'm just gonna end this video here. Just wanted to open up this dialogue and start getting more critical and thinking about these things. I think my dad brought up some really good points, and I just wanted to put these links down below, make a video, and get your guys' input on said situation. I think board prices definitely have to rise. I think skaters have to create a new standard. I think the industry really has to create more of expectations, I guess, but it's hard because that really is everybody working as a whole. That used to be kind of working as competition against each other. Yeah, I don't have the answers. Appreciate you guys for watching. This video is a little different than others. Critical thinking might be more of a common theme on this channel. Appreciate it. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're not already. And we'll see you in the next one. MASH.